something we cannot sustain. That is our biggest worry. And then transitional justice. As you know, transitional justice is not in my document. The transitional justice law has been left to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. That transitional justice policy, I think, is due for review. But transitional justice requires people who are ready for the truth. So the Ministry of Internal Affairs came to cabinet and withdrew the principles for the legislation. Yet the President in 2021 listed transitional justice bill as the top bill in his government. So you have caused the President a lot of problems in northern Uganda. You know that some of those who were running around with the NUP candidate are those ex-child soldiers who feel let down. By your actions, you are really mobilizing people against the government. You remove their guns, then you give them nothing. You create presidential skilling centers, they learn some work, but then when they graduate, you only give them a piece of paper. This is to certify that you are now a tailor, but you have no sewing machine. So will that certificate help you really? So this meeting should feed into the overall strategy of the government to respond. These are people who really don't hate the government, but you have given them a check which has bounced. So if you give me a bounce check and I shout at you, do you blame me? It is your check anyway. It is not my signature. So the government, after the Juba peace process, gave those victims of war, the ex-combatants, those so-called child mothers, you gave them checks. And the checks are busy bouncing. So if somebody comes and gives them a red beret and they look in the mirror and they look so deadly, then they start thinking that they can actually bring down the government. So there are those peddling illusions. Our job is to tell them that this is an illusion, but that's not enough. We must now respond as a government. That illusion cannot change their lives. So I'm hoping that in the next government, transitional justice will be back on the agenda. Let us review the transitional justice policy. And if you people in internal affairs are not ready for it, let us take the lead as Ministry of Justice. We are happy to do it because we are the ones who are asked. Because the word justice is there, the citizens don't know. So probably I need to go and start saying, no, go to internal affairs. It is not us. I think I'm being blamed for nothing. I need to go around the country and say, please, if you are annoyed, be annoyed with the Ministry of Internal Affairs. For us, we are only supposed to support. The bill, there's a draft bill even, but while we have the draft bill, you go to cabinet and withdraw the principles. So you have basically killed the bill. I don't know whether you consulted the president. So, to our partners, these top 5 issues, we need to follow up on them. The case backlog, these matters of pretrial detention, the 48-hour rule, legal aid, and transitional justice. These are low-hanging fruits that we need to deal with. We have questions of death penalty. We are still not agreed fully. I see Dr. Livingstone Sewanyana is there. When I mentioned the death penalty, he raised his head up because he has been harassing me for over 3 years since I joined the ministry. I have my personal views on the death penalty in a society like ours. But as you know, there's a moratorium on executions. Actually, the prisons authorities can tell us. I think it is almost 17 years since Uganda last executed anybody who was sentenced to death. But the Sewanyan has said that even being in the so-called condemned section is bad enough. They are saying we should abolish it altogether. I understand there's a conversation at the East African level and the African Union level on the death penalty. So I am hoping that we can resolve those contradictions. But it is a matter of time. Now, on the question of abuse of power, the Constitution and the laws have what they call brakes. Now, the stronger a vehicle, the stronger the brakes must be. If you have this lorry which has 36 wheels, the brakes must really be strong. So the more powerful you are, the stronger must be the restraints on you. And that's why the restraint on a president of the country is the strongest. The rest of you can be interdicted, you can be dismissed. A president cannot be interdicted, cannot be dismissed. A president is impeached. Those are really strong breaks. It means the whole country feels that you have violated the social contract. I invite you to look at the oath of the president again. And that's why presidents deal with everything. It is only the oath of the president which has that provision about promoting the welfare of the citizens of Uganda. I don't have that in my oath as minister. Members of parliament don't have that in their oath. But the president is required by oath to promote the welfare of the citizens of Uganda. And I think that's why you see him going around inspecting goats, inspecting pigs, inspecting coffee. Because welfare is about those things. It is not about political philosophy, things that are hanging in the air. But that welfare must also be in an environment of freedom. Now, there is no guarantee that rights will never be violated anywhere.